Hey, wow.
Surprise.
Wow.
How long have you been growing that for?
I look more like a love child of Freddie Mercury and Antonio Banderas.
Is this the real life?
Freddie Mercury. So it was like, I should take it off later on.
You wear it well.
You do.
Good on you.
You both look great. So maybe the first question is, because this was hard to grow, was your real mustache, or was it?
Well, sometimes it was my real mustache, but because you know, when you're shooting a film, it's obviously not all in sequence. So it's a shame when you have to shave it off. So I feel for you.
Thank you. Maybe I keep it.
Okay.
It wasn't my real hair. Sorry to disappoint you.
Yes, because I thought I could also come as Brian May, but his hair is...
I think they'd have had to cast me about 10 years in advance to prepare for the hair on that one, yeah.
Wer weiß schon, was im unergründlichen Kopf dieser Plattenstars vorgeht.
Wovor haben Sie Angst, Freddie?
Man erreicht nichts, wenn man sich als jemand ausgibt, der man nicht ist.
Das bereust du.
Niemand wird Queen spielen.
How did you feel the first time when you got dressed in your costumes and saw each other? Do you remember?
You know, every day when we saw each other, it was an event, because obviously some of the costumes are just outlandish, but they were right for the time. And Freddie has this one interview where he says he's being asked in the '80s mustache look, you know, what did you think of the looks in the in the '70s? And yeah, well, it was ridiculous. I mean, the black fingernails and the long hair, and but it was right for the time, and we just kept saying, yeah, this is crazy, but it's right for the time.
Yeah, we had a amazing costume designer, Julian Day, who gave us more costumes in a film that I've ever worn in my lifetime, I think. There was a different costume every day, so every day we'd be excited to see who and what emerged out of the trailers, and it became a bit of a competition to see who had the most outrageous costumes. Obviously, this guy won most of the time playing Freddie Mercury, but yeah.
Wusste nicht, dass Kostümzwang herrscht, Fred. Siehst aus wie ein zorniger Lurch.
Wir müssen Eindruck schinden, Darling.
There's a white jacket I wear when I come out, and he has a comment about it. That's Jimi Hendrix's jacket.
Ah, okay. Where you say, oh, you look like an angry lizard.
Yeah.
Did you improvise that, or was it?
That was an improv line on the day. There's a lot of improv in the film. I think we were really keen to try and capture the bond of the band, the friendship, and so they kept the cameras rolling quite a lot. So there's a lot of ad-libbing that you see on the screen.
Yeah, that was the question, because I absolutely love the scenes where you are, as a band, argue and make fun of each other.
Dann sag mal, was unterscheidet Queen von all den anderen? Möchte gern Rockstars, die ich treffe. Ich sage Ihnen, was es ist. Wir sind 4 Außenseiter, die überhaupt nicht zusammengehören. Und wir spielen für andere Außenseiter.
So, can you remember a scene which was the most fun for you shooting?
The whole film was such a blast. It really was.
Yeah.
Live Aid was so much fun. I mean, Live Aid was scary. It was scary, and it was a real challenge, and we had to work really hard to get that right. Not least because it was the very first thing we shot. It's the last thing you see in the film. It's the first thing we shot. But there was towards the end of the week that we shot that sequence, we were doing it a song per day, basically. And towards the end, we actually thought, we need to do this whole set. We need to shoot this 20-minute set. So we build from one song to the next, and you get that energy of performance on the day.
Is it different if you play a rock legend? Because people normally, if you have a character, they, oh, you played it well, great. But if you play a rock legend, people know how Brian May looked and how Freddie Mercury moved and talked. So what was your challenge, and what maybe you tried to, it's not imitation, what you tried to put in these characters?
Well, that's the definite obstacle of all of it, is these characters, these people, real life people, exist in the hearts and minds of everyone in such a unique way. And they're icons, they're legends. So for me, I just had to attack it from a different perspective of just looking at a human being, you know, someone who's very, very conflicted as a young man, and, you know, build something out of that, understanding that conflict, understanding the tension that he has between his family life, his sexuality, his desire to fit in, and then becoming a man who doesn't care about fitting in at all. That's how I began to kind of have a way into him and start to embody him.
How do you think would Brian May describe Freddie, and how would Freddie describe Brian? When you would sit next to each other? Kind words to each other, maybe.
Yeah, like a brother, I think. You know, they were all like family to each other, and like a brother, he could be annoying sometimes, I'm sure. But there was a deep love there.
Yeah, a deep love.
Also der Familienname ist auch nicht gut genug für dich.
Ich hab ihn gesetzlich eintragen lassen. Schau niemals zurück. Ich möchte mal etwas anderes machen. Und es ist mein Geld.
Also sage ich, was geht. Wir wollen uns nicht immer nur wiederholen.
Nein, ihr könnt's noch besser.
Freddie, sagen Sie bitte etwas zu den Gerüchten über Ihre Sexualität.
Do you have a favorite move, maybe, from Freddie, where you said something which is unique for Freddie?
You know what was really exceptional to discover is you see him kicking, you know, his toes flicking back his leg, and it took me a while before I realized that he has a half microphone and it's wired up, so it was a way of getting the wire out of his way so he didn't trip. But of course, in true Freddie fashion, he was going to have some flair and flash behind it all. So he wasn't just going to swipe it. He was going to do something very elegant and graceful and still get it out of the way in the way of a true rock star.
That was quite telling in a lot of the moves on stage. It's all born out of a lot of it is born out of practicality.
Right.
So like Brian used to kind of like step backwards like a flamenco with like really high legs, and actually all he's doing is stepping over his cable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it looks cool.
Du hast ein sehr schwieriges Leben vor dir, Freddy.
Wir sind eine Familie. Wir glauben aneinander. Und das bedeutet alles. Wir werden großartige Dinge tun. Es ist ein Erlebnis.
I was really speechless when I saw this movie. I was like, the last 30 minutes, I was like, you look like him, you look like him. It sounds great. So thank you very much for this great adventure. It's a really great movie, but I think everybody will come here and say how great you are. So,
Dankeschön.
so Federico Mercurio,
Freddie Banderas.
Freddie Banderas.